Sean, organizations seem to always be going through reviews by third parties. How can security be proactive around that? And then how can security effectively defend their program and tell a compelling value story?
Sure. I think proactive is the key there. I think that if you wait for someone to ask the question, you've probably missed an opportunity already. And I think that it's important to remember, most likely, that who we report to see us as a business line. And so we need to be thinking, how does our boss's boss think about this? And it's if we were marketing, how would we be justifying our marketing budget? If we were research and development, how would we be justifying the research and development budget? And I don't know if we always connect ourselves as a business segment there, and I think that's a great opportunity for us. And whether it's thinking in terms of return on investment or benefit on investment, as we hear from some of our colleagues, I think that's it's a major mind shift, but I think it's really critical that we think of security as a business function, because that's what our peers and our leadership colleagues expect from us.
You know, when you're looking to align yourself with the organization and its values and its mission as well, what's the best way for someone in risk and security to go about doing that?
Sure. I think that it's really, hopefully you're able to connect into what spins the propeller of the organization itself. And so, for example, if at Starbucks Coffee, we talked about how many cups of coffee would we need to sell to put in perspective the return on investment of a case or of a security system we're putting in, or something of that nature. I think that we'd be challenged all the time of the chief financial officer knew how much it cost to build a store, and so if we had a capital project that was the cost of a store, we'd best be able to outline and articulate why our project was more important than putting another store. And so I think that every organization has its charms, and making sure that you understand those and hopefully can speak a similar language.
So using that as your springboard, putting together your metrics to make your point and to sell the program to upper management, how would you go about doing that?
Sure. And so certainly I think back to the theme of if not counting, I'm probably not doing the program justice, right? And so where it's possible to show savings, I think that's at least a good place to start. We can do this, we can do X, or we can do Y. Y is maybe a new way of business. There's an opportunity for savings over X. But I think that there's still an opportunity to go further. And I think of really, again, thinking of, if we think of security as a business line itself, it may not be driving necessarily top line revenue. But to really be able to show that perhaps there's a cost avoidance element of if we didn't do this, then it costs X, Y, Z to the organization. And I think of in the supply chain side, there's a particular example that comes to mind where participation in CTPAT program had lukewarm reception by logistics. But talking to our customs team, they were able to say that was a direct connection into importer self-assessment program, which saved them $400,000 to $500,000 a year in audit fees. And so that became suddenly a great nugget. If we'd been operating in a silo, we might not have understood, but now we could put a price and cost of goods target to this particular problem.